and good evening. President Ahmet Necdet Sezer is in Pakistan for a two-day official visit at the invitation of his Pakistani counterpart, Pervez Musharraf. In a statement he made before his departure, Ahmet Necdet Sezer has said that Turkey and Pakistan displayed an exemplary friendship and solidarity, even during their most difficult times. President Sezer said as follows: "We will take up developments related to the military operation against Afghanistan and ideas about the future of this country during talks to be held with Pakistani President Pervez Musharraf. We will also review what we can do to put an end to the years-long sufferings of the Afghan people and intensify the international humanitarian aid extended to Afghan refugees." President Sezer has begun his contacts in Pakistan. President Sezer was met by his Pakistani counterpart, General Pervez Musharraf, with an official ceremony during which the two presidents got into a conversation in Turkish. Foreign Minister Ismail Cem has said that a stability pact should be formed before waiting for the resolution of problems in Caucasia, stating that flights of the Russian Air Force over the Caspian Sea affected oil exploration negatively. Cem said that efforts to develop defense cooperation between Turkey, Georgia and Azerbaijan were in progress. The European Parliament has accepted a report on Turkey. The report, which urges Turkey to display a constructive attitude on matters related to Cyprus and the European security and defense policy, also calls on Turkey to prepare a calendar for implementing the Copenhagen criteria. The proposal for the recognition of the so-called Armenian genocide, which the Armenian lobby tried to add to the report, has been rejected. Meanwhile, the United States has urged the European Union to put pressure on the Greek Cypriot sector and Malta not to allow the consignment of sensitive equipment used in the production of weapons to countries supporting terrorism. Delegations from Turkey, the United States and Britain got together in Ankara to take up matters related to the European security and defense policy. Talks aim at further developing relations between NATO and the European Union so as to satisfy countries members of both organizations. The first international transport forum organized within the context of the Black Sea Economic Cooperation was held in Antalya. An agreement on cooperation in international land transport between countries members of the Black Sea Economic Cooperation was also signed at the forum. Transport Minister Oktay Vural, who spoke at the opening of the International Transport Forum, said that Turkey's importance as a transit country between the East and the West had increased. Replying to questions put to him by journalists, Oktay Vural said that the subway to be constructed in the Straits and the Tbilisi Railway would completely make Turkey a transit country. Oktay Vural also noted that tankers carrying oil through the straits would be an obstacle to commercial ships and would affect trade negatively. Oktay Vural, an agreement on cooperation in international land transport signed in the forum will bring together land transport associations under a single roof and increases possibilities of cooperation. A symposium entitled Learning Turkish as a Foreign Language in Europe has begun in Ankara. Education Minister Metin Bostancıoğlu, who spoke at the opening of the meeting, said that within the context of the majority of people speaking the same language in the world, Turkish was accepted as the sixth language after Chinese, Hindi, English, Spanish and Russian. Metin Bostancıoğlu said as follows: "The symposium will contribute to Turkish being taught as a foreign language in Europe, the implementation of contemporary methods and techniques, textbooks attaining standards used in teaching other languages in Europe, educational programs and training of teachers who will implement these programs." And that was the news. Good night.